The kitchen and bathroom are just fantastic. My windows open onto a 20-mile view, just finished to clean. I had no furniture to speak of when I was really concerned. And then I found out the New York State Homeless Housing Initiative was backing me. It's furnished. Carrie Marvelli was my Sherpa on day one. She saw my jaw drop when I walked into the crib. The old building is a historic reconstruction, and having done a house on my own, I can tell you, the reno is super tasteful and built to last. These people didn't waste a dime. They didn't cut corners. I love my room. Mom is 93. She had a rough ride with the pandemic, having a rent payment fit inside my disability check would give me the freedom for elder care responsibilities, hobbies, and eating healthy. Now my Social Security check is down to $446 a month after simultaneous unlawful income executions. I'm 58% below the OTDA's own published poverty level. The New York State Office of Temporary and Disability Assistance gets me once at Social Security, and then again in my Direct Express. The guy there told me, "We are the most powerful collection agency in the world. The statutory protection of the EBT card has been pierced by Treasury. I get food stamps too, and we have a little bus that goes to all the supermarkets, so that's good. I got wood for the Chief Disbursement Officer of the United States government. I sent a complaint 6 months ago, certified mail, to Rhonda Kent. Her administrator, Comerica Bank, has been plagued by controversy both before and after she renewed their contract. They got a word for this, and it's regulatory capture. Still, if you want to get something done, ask a busy person. Rhonda's literally responsible for the late rent checks and evictions of 5,000 poor people every month. That meat grinder looks totally different on the inside. And not for nothing, but I would have had Barbara Ehrenreich in stitches with my coarse joke. Let me just say something to the community of people. That sui generis which made Landmark possible. Thank you for caring about this. I also want to talk about my neighbors, our neighbors in the community. Most oppose the project. They are largely people of modest means, people who work really hard to make a home for their families, try to put something away for retirement, create a meaningful life for their children. They are painted with the NIMBY brush. That's largely of their own construction, but I completely understand where they're coming from. If you live by your own work, maybe punch a clock, file a 1040 and nothing else, you can't make a single mistake. They have to protect that house like their life depends on it, because one day it actually might. They have no margin for error. If their property value could be at risk from a municipal installation, an industrial site, or social service enterprise nearby, they must oppose it, whatever the merits. They have to, because they bought this house with a set of assumptions. Knock out 10% on their equity, and someday that literally could be the difference between Starkist and Little Friskies. I got two props for you. King Oscar, Fancy Feast. Do the math. Stuff's got to get built. Good governance is the make or break. Thankfully, Rupco is the gold standard in doing this right. I'm certain our neighbors will make out fine. This thing caught me by surprise. This thing caught me by surprise when I'm out there doing my power walk. They know, odds are, I live at Landmark. I'm a new face, not so well dressed, and at 65 years old, they can tell I've been ridden hard and put away wet. That's an icy public road out there. I got no sympathy. As for the people who work at Rupco, As for the friends of the organization and the people who did everything in the arena, large and small, you made this happen. I have the deepest respect. I lived here for 11 months now. I've seen guys sweat the details, mostly men of color, using their bodies for an hourly wage. They look me in the eye and they treat me with courtesy. I've seen the landmark staff come to work every day, easy ones, hard ones. If you could see what I have, you'd know it's admirable work, not for the faint of heart. Every ounce of recognition is well earned. Quick story about FDR. After he was elected, some guy says, "When are you going to do what we elected you for?" And Franklin says, "When are you going to make me?" His point being, it's not just elections. You need the votes, but you also need people who can put down the Cheetos. I know that you were the ones who showed up at City Hall from the bottom of my heart. You should be so proud of this place. Thank you for building us a home.